What's up, YouTube? Hey, what's up? Trying to be positive. Had a lot of crap going on. I've been recording videos, but I don't like them after I waste like an hour to upload them, and I rewatch them a couple times, and I'm like, screw it, delete. And I've been working my butt off the last 3 weeks, so I haven't had much free time. I mean, I try to do the recordings while I'm working when I got free time and stuff, and then I go home and I try to watch what I recorded, and I upload it, and then I watch it again, and I'm like, no, that's a piece of shit. I don't like that. I ain't gonna give me no one to watch it. Ah, shoot, how's it going? Hey, it's been a fun, well, it's not fun, but it's been crazy. Since I deleted all the other videos, I'm trying to throw them in real quick right here. Hopefully I can do it in just a few minutes and not bore you. First off, I got my court settled. It wasn't the way I wanted to go. And it went from 3 resisting obstruction charges down to 1 disorderly conduct charge. And I didn't like it, but I didn't want to take the trial because I don't got that kind of money, and the lawyer would have wanted way more money, and I probably would have lost bigger in the end because I just got that kind of good luck. Yeah, good luck, right? And so, yeah, needless to say, yeah, I'm a convicted criminal now, officially. I have a misdemeanor on my record for a crime I never did. But these 3 cops get off scot-free. They got off scot-free for bashing my head through a window for no reason. They got scot-free for tasing me twice. They got scot-free for putting me in a chokehold. They got scot-free for humiliating me and calling me names. Nothing happens to them. They just keep on doing their job. Going to go do it to somebody else, I'm sure. I couldn't. My lawyer said I was going to tell my story, but I never got a chance to tell anybody my story. And me not knowing much, and I was like, screw it, whatever. I don't know. So in the end, it costed me between the lawyer and the court cost is only $125. The lawyer is like $2,500, so it's costing me about $25. Although I almost reconsider, because when she says $75 is victim rights, I'm like, I was the friggin' victim here. Why? They should be paying me $75. But my lawyer said, just keep calm, say yes, so keep calm. And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, if she's a good judge, if I would have been able to tell my side of the story, I think she would have dismissed it all, because it was ludicrous in the first place. But I don't know what her standing is, and I don't know, you know, in the common sense world, with what was going on, why the cops were there. Yeah, the judge, I think, a true caring judge, if she would have known my side of the story and my witnesses that can vouch for it, it would have been, well, I think would have had a higher chance to get dropped, even though I know this is a political world and stuff. So, but yeah, and on the other hand, I almost got fired from my job for medical issues. That day, when I got home from court, I had a freaking voicemail from my boss saying that he was going to let me go because I'm missing too much work because of my medical issues. Just a few days prior to that, I had a weird feeling, and I had trouble getting in my car. And I was going to sit there for half an hour and just let it, you know, make sure everything's cool. But because it was going too late past my starting time, I didn't want to get in trouble. So I told my disc boss, and he's like, well, you need to go home till I get a release note or whatever. And so I did, and then, like I said, that was the same week I had court, and then Friday when I come home, I told my dispatcher Thursday, my boss, that I had court Friday morning. So I thought it was pretty crappy of him trying to fire me while I'm at court. I thought that was pretty, pretty low. I mean, I have not officially talked to him since he tried to fire me. I mean, one-on-one, face-to-face. I haven't seen him at all yet. And, well, I know legally they can't fire me when I'm on medical leave because they put me on medical leave. So I think that's why he wanted to let me come back Monday, because they didn't want to have to pay me for a couple of years worth of salary in the long run. Because I think my lawyer was all on it. Because I told my lawyer, hey, I might be fired here, so I'm having trouble paying you. He goes, well, let me know as soon as if you are fired, let me know, pretty much. There's somebody that said that to me. So, but yeah, I didn't get fired in the end, and I don't have to worry about battling with them now. But a few days later, when I returned to work, like the following Monday, I got cleared to work, went back to work Tuesday and stuff. And oh yeah, back on June 15th, I think it was, my truck was still broke down, just like a week before the court thing or whatever. I've been having to drive. I drove like 45 miles one way. Well, 3 trips. Yeah, sorry. I drove 90 miles round trip 3 times for free because they wanted me to drive a Kenworth trucks, which are a little bit tighter than these Peterbilts, and I got a gut, and I won't drive if I'm not somewhat feeling safer, and I don't like having my gut always on the steering wheel. So, and then this one day, this is like my 3rd time doing it, and I was irritated because I knew I wasn't able to drive this truck, and then they started this new path bullcrap, this terminal, and someone called me, told me I gotta do it this way. I'm like, okay, no problem. And then like 30 seconds later, somebody else, bigger, more higher up employee, I guess you could say. I don't want to label him or name him or whatever, but anyways, he started lecturing me, and I'm like, whatever, dude, I'm going home. And then he's repeating me, he goes, you want to go home? I'm like, yeah, I'm already going home. Freaking can't drive this truck anyways. And I started getting a little agitated because he was getting agitated with me. And I was already in a bad mood. And I know it's stupid. I'm at work. Normally I keep my professionalism no matter how pissed off I get. I mean, but I just wasn't in control of my thoughts at that moment. But nonetheless, I go turn him the key and go home and get ready to leave like 20 minutes later, and I decided, no, I did have a little of an attitude, so I decided to be the responsible employee that I am. I go in there and apologize to the guy, and the freaking guy hands me a 5-day suspension claiming I did not follow directions, which is bullcrap. I mean, in a way it's true, but in a way it's not true because the route that he was saying doesn't have a crosswalk official yet. There's no crosswalk path for what he was chewing me out for. So I did not break any rules. I did not break any policies. I did not do nothing wrong. And then I didn't want to sign it at first. Well, I don't know. I knew I was going to, I don't know. And I just hypothetically asked him, hey, if I don't sign it, am I getting fired? And he goes, now you might. And I'm like, okay, now I'm trying to think, do I want to sign it, or do I want to see if I really get fired over this BS write-up? And then I wind up, he calls over another big shot, and then I chickened out from trying to plead my case, and I just said screw it, signed it, went home, and I'm like, it's my first write-up with this company, even though it's not right what he's doing to me. and then a 5-day suspension, even though my truck's going to be down for 5 days. So like, screw it. I'll go ahead and go home for 5 more days because that's what I was going to do anyways. So, yeah. And then it'd be more of a butthead to me. He writes up, after I walk out, after I already signed it, just to be more of a pain, he writes on there, I don't know what he was trying to get at, but he's like, oh, at first he refused to sign it. I'm like, I didn't refuse it, dude. I just asked you a hypothetical question. I never said I'm not signing it. I said I was considering it, but I didn't refuse. I mean, these guys got no checks and balances. They make their own rules up as they go. And unless you got footage, they're like cops. If you don't got footage and their word's gold, and your word as a driver doesn't mean crap to anybody. Nobody gives a crap ass. You're just a peon, expandable peon. So, and these guys decide they don't like you and they're going to write you up, they're going to write you up and get you fired. Simple as that. So, yeah, I went home for the 5 days. Then I tried to come back to work. Then a few days later, Wednesday, that's when, right before the court date, that's when I had my little spiel. Trying to get my car. It might have been anxiety from the court date coming up 2 days later. I don't know. And then, like I said, Friday, my boss tried to fire me. And then I talked him into it not to fire me. And then Tuesday or Wednesday, first week in July, friggin' this one safety dude couldn't find nothing wrong with my truck DOT wise. Nothing to get me in trouble. Nothing to get me inspected by. And I got a video I'm gonna probably add it in here. Friggin' reflective tape, DOT requires 50%. I still had over 90% of my reflective tape, maybe 85%, I don't know. You can be the judge when I add the footage in here. Hopefully I can get it added in when I'm talking about it. I don't know. I'm gonna try to play with my editor more and try to learn how to do multiple things. But anyways, I was like, whatever, I'll write it up tonight, sure, whatever. And then, heaven forbid, I got busy, distracted, and somehow I forgot to write it down on a sheet. And I went home. And the next morning, we were out of fuel at my terminal, so I had to go down to that terminal. And then I get called in the freaking office while I'm getting fuel. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I didn't do nothing wrong, so I wasn't expecting no trouble, no hassles. No nothing. But he freaking goes and hand me a write-up saying I refused. Again, I don't know what it is with these two safety guys, but they like the word refused, even though it's not true. It's nothing like the case. It was a simple forgot. It wasn't even a violation of any sort. Especially it wasn't a DOT violation. And it was almost all intact, all but like 10% at most. I mean, I might even be over crediting it as 10%. And I refused to sign it. And I don't know what happened to about it. And then I told the upper boss, because we walked to the boss's office, and I said, hey, this ain't even a violation. And it's not a DOT violation. And there's nothing legally wrong with my truck. And that's nothing that's going to get me inspected. It's nothing that's going to cause concern. And it's not going to give me a ticket. And so I'm not signing it. And then I was just told to go. And so I went. And I don't know whatever happened. And then 4th of July came out weekend. I go to tell my boss, the one that says, let me come back to work. The one that tried to fire me while I was at courthouse. And through a voicemail. That's almost as bad as a boyfriend or girlfriend breaking up over a text or something. I mean, come on, man. You can't do shit face to face. I don't know. Anyways, the dude, nothing bad about him. I'm just making a joke. I go to say happy 4th of July and thanks for not firing me. And then he risks me a new one because I got that write-up. I tried explaining it, but just like the first write-up, that was bullcrap. I'm guilty. I'm condemned. I tried explaining it, and then he's like, fuck this. I've had enough of this shit. Sorry, kids, anybody watching. But, okay, he didn't say fuck this. He just said, I don't have time for this shit. And I'm like, what the hell? I've been a good employee. I mean, I've never done nothing wrong other than, no, I worked for the first 3 months without giving in any medical needs. I was ignoring my medical condition. I'd make my ass get up. I mean, yeah, I looked like a zombie in the morning because I was exhausted. I didn't realize how bad I was with my sugar and all that every day. And after about a month and a half of the boss that tried to fire me back in 2015 preaching to me I need to get checked out, I finally gave in. And of course, once it's officially on my record that I was diabetic, and I'm already depressed as it is, I had a whole bunch of issues. I mean, just a lot of crap. And so when I officially got diagnosed, it added a whole much more depression on me. And then every time I got ill, I just said, screw it. I'm not fighting this tiredness. I'm not, I mean, I don't know. It was, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I missed that much. I mean, my revenue for my truck was between okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good, in my personal opinion. I mean, I didn't even get no bonuses yet, but nonetheless, back to the point before I forget what it was. Yeah, my boss started chewing me out for that second write-up. Then at the end, he was like, I don't have time for this crap. And so now I feel like crap again. I've been trying to stay positive for the last 3 weeks. It's a new goal, like, stay positive, stay cool, keep professional. Let bygones be bygones. Like, I used to really, like, anybody has a problem with me, just absorb it. And then once they're done saying whatever they say, if they're in the wrong, just forget about it. And then just remember next time you see them to try extra, I don't know what you can do exactly, but you know what I mean. Stay cool, stay positive, and try not to let anybody ruin your day, whether they're in the wrong or not. Try to figure ways to make it a little better, because life's too short to get pissed off at anybody. And road rage, you know, all that just crap you see constantly going on. There's no point in it. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it just sort of put a damper on my weekend. I wound up giving in and spending my emergency money on a few fireworks because I was pissed off, which was really, really stupid because you can't return fireworks once you get your senses back. And yeah, so I just hated it. And I don't know what I did to piss him off. I don't know why he hates me so much now. I don't know what it is. They were always positive to me, and all of a sudden it's like I'm the worst employee they have. Even though they got a bunch of yahoos yet, no offense if you guys happen to catch this video, but that are having a lot of trouble learning how to get to places, a lot of trouble reading their GPSs, I guess, and maps, and have a lot of trouble figuring stuff out. But yeah, so wow, it's already been 18 minutes. I've only gotten halfway through my stuff. But yeah, to get to the third part of this story, with write-ups and trouble, a couple days ago, I was towards the end of the day, I had one more load of sand to deliver, and they were getting rid of the logs too, and they're having loose hauling. And the first driver got a load of logs, but then I guess he said there was no more logs. But then I asked, and they said, yeah, they got more logs, trees to cut down. So I was like, cool, I'll take a load if you can. And at first I asked him, I want to take them to my place to contribute to our firewood pile for the winter. And at first it was a no by one dispatcher, and then the other guy texted me a few minutes later and goes, all right, I'm gonna let you take these woods home, but I don't want to hear no more problems from you. And the problem was, I mean, I got irritated a little bit. I mean, I was happy he said I could take them home, but I got irritated at the fact that he said, I don't want to hear nothing from anybody but you. And I'm irritated because I have never done nothing freaking wrong. That's what pisses me off so fucking much. I didn't do nothing wrong, but I'm condemned still because I got 2 bullshit write-ups on my file now. And I can't do nothing about it because I'm just a fucking driver. I work my ass off for the most part of my job. I've always done what I could to do shit right, and I get treated like shit, and I get 2 dickheads that want to write me up for bull crap because they're having a bad day or just because they love having power and they got no checks and balances. They got no one to answer to for what they do to screw with other drivers, and they're unreasonable pricks. These 2 people. And but yeah, sorry about that. It just fired up for a second. But yeah, anyways, I go to leave this job site with a load of wood, and as I'm pulling out, oh yeah, yeah, I just said that my boss said I don't want to hear no issues about you from me. I'm like, no problem. I wound up saying no problem. I don't do nothing wrong anyways, and those 2 write-ups were my fault, and yada yada yada. I'm doing everything I can. I'm volunteering on Sundays, this Sunday and last Sunday. I mean, I've been trying to work my money up to get my money, and I'm trying to get things straightened out and stay positive and stay cool. Anyways, as I go to leave, all of a sudden I get a message from my boss again saying, hey, Twin Pines don't want 25 back ever again, or don't send 25 here anymore, or something like that. And I'm like, at first I literally thought it was a joke. I'm like, I mean, it didn't make sense why I at first thought it was a joke, but so I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean? And then he's like, I don't know, or here, I can tell you exactly what was said, how it went down. No, I can't, because it's on my tablet. But, yeah, he said, before I got in trouble, my cool boss said, take it to your house, and I better not hear a word about you from anyone. And that's when at first I got irritated, because that means he's still condemning me for the bullcrap write-ups, right? That I just got pissed off about. I mean, you know, from those 2 people. And I'm like, whatever, okay. I'm still trying to get back on Tony's good side, or this dude's side. And, so yeah, no problem. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm here to work. I'm just trying to make a living. And then, literally, well, my phone was dead, so probably like 20 minutes later, I got a message that said, don't ever send me truck 25 down to Franklin, thanks. And then, like I said, at first I thought it was a joke or something, I don't know. I thought maybe he was trying to screw with me. And then he says, this is what the customer sends me. Great. So I parked my truck and I walked like a half mile back to the dude because I didn't do nothing wrong. I was in the clear. And apparently, I didn't know, but we're supposed to be a mind reader, I guess. He's loading logs on me. There's still some logs down at the bottom where he's getting logs from, the tree parts and all that. And I was sitting there with my clipboard and my tablet, waiting for him to sign the paperwork. And then he just started taking sand down there. Well, I still saw logs down there, so I assumed he was just running sand down there for someone else really quick. Because a lot of loaders do that all the time to us drivers. They'll load us and all of a sudden they'll just disappear for a few minutes, go do something else, and then they'll come back and finish loading us. Well, there's like 9 pieces of logs still down there, and I still have plenty of room in my truck. So that, okay, he's just running sand down there, he's gonna load me up still. He didn't bother once telling me I was done. He didn't bother once like giving me the cutoff sign or giving me the sign your ticket sign or telling me I was done. I sit right next to him several times. I mean, he never told. And anyways, finally his co-worker, Mexican dude, started picking up the leaves around my trailer, and I said, hey, what is he gonna throw the rest of those logs on me or not? And he said, no, you're done. I'm like, really? And then in my mind, I got pissed off. I was like, I could have been out of here. Could have been on my way friggin' home 10, 15 minutes ago. But, you know, I'm not a mind reader. Apparently I'm supposed to be. I missed that when I signed up, when I went there. So yeah, and then what reason why I think this guy threw me under the bus to cover his own ass is because just as I was about to pull out, one of these rich neighbors that are neighbors to this person that's doing this construction had to go around my truck, and she made a big fuss that she did it. She sat in front of my truck for like a minute or two, even though there's plenty of room to go around. There's nothing stopping her. And then she had to open up her smart ass mouth and be like, he's got dumb and get out here. I mean, she couldn't even, I guess she said dumb. Like, she couldn't see I was being loaded. Anyways, and then I saw her, she pulled in her driveway and I saw her pick up her phone. So she called the boss of the construction crew, I guess, which I guess the boss called him, or he is the boss, I don't know how it went. So to cover his own butt, he called my boss and said, hey, don't send me back. And then he said he took 20 minutes too long. I think it was only like 10 minutes I was waiting before the buddy told me I was done loaded, and then he wasn't giving me any more logs. But I mean, what kind of crap is that? How are you, I mean, it was so hard to keep calm. I went back to talk to him. I mean, I almost lost. And then he's like, well, you were taking pictures of me. I was just taking, I never hauled wood before. I try and take pictures of the wood, video, a little bit of video here and there while I was waiting to be finished. I do it all the time. There's nothing illegal about it. It's public and crap. And I didn't say all that. I just said I was just doing it for my, I didn't even tell him I was doing it for my YouTube channel. I was like, whatever. Okay. I was just pissed off. You threw me under the bus for no reason at all. There's nothing wrong. You knew damn, I even told him, I said, you knew damn well you didn't tell me I was done. I mean, you had more logs. I pointed to it, I said, there's more logs down there. I was waiting for you to finish putting them on my truck. I had plenty of room still. And, but yeah, I'm supposed to be a mind reader. Anyways. So, I tried responding, and I tried telling my story, but of course, since my boss hates me now, and he doesn't care about nothing I say for the last 3 weeks, he didn't read nothing. He claims he didn't read nothing. He says, I'm not reading that, dude. My phone was dead, so I couldn't call him, talk to him, and I had no chargers at the time. I went out and bought one yesterday, finally. And he said, it's always something with you. All because of 3 idiots in the past 2 months. 2 of them that gave me bullcrap write-ups because something about, I don't know exactly, and they'll never tell me, obviously. But, yeah. And then this dude, just because a neighbor friggin' calls and makes a complaint about nothing, he's got to throw me on the bus, act like I purposely, it's time to go home. I want to get the loads delivered, get my truck back, get to bed, because I knew I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because I had to work on Toby right here. I mean, I'm not going to sit around for 20 friggin' minutes with my thumb on my finger, you know, my thumb on my finger, my thumb on my ass, you know. I just don't know why my boss hates me so much now. I never did shit wrong. I've always been a good employee. I only ever started getting medical help because he forced me to. Well, he didn't force me. He bugged me every day for like a month or 2 straight. And I'm sorry. I took 16, 17 years to become unhealthy, become a fat guy, you know, keep my man movies going. And it's not gonna, it doesn't go away overnight. I mean, yeah, I did. I mean, once I was getting help for it, my depression, I was having a lot of issues, just keep going because my negativity in my head was just building up because of the diabetes and, you know, and then like I said, when the cop shit went down, added to my misery and, you know, so I don't know. I mean, he's a good guy, but I don't know why I did that so bad, and I don't understand it, but I'm still working, so I guess that's good for now. But now I'm paranoid because I'm like, who's going to be the next one to screw with me? So I'm hoping I have enough money in the next paycheck so I can get me another real camera, because I'll be damned if I get a 4th complaint or write-up and not be able to prove my side with the video evidence. Since nobody wants to believe me, nobody gives a shit about me, what I say and what I do. I mean, that's the way I feel. And I mean, I understand that they dumped like 40 grand in this truck in the last 3 months for the new engine and drive shaft and stuff. But and I did have a couple of medical issues. But the last one was like 4 months prior to my breakdowns. I ran 3 months at least with no issues, no late visits, no nothing, no problems and stuff. So the fact that this boss of mine is treating me like I've been a horrible employee is ridiculous. But I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to let bygones be bygones, and I'm trying to tell myself it's not as bad as he's making me bad. I mean, I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, it's been really, holy crap, 31 minutes. Wow. Anybody still watching me? I'm sorry it's taking so long. Dang it, I didn't want to take this. Oh my God, did I cover everything? I'm going to have to pause this. Oh, damn, you know, I was hoping to do this in like 10 to 15 minutes and stuff. Okay, so yeah. So I've been in hot water 3 times now. I'm trying to show that I'm doing my job. I'm trying to work my ass off without no sleep. And jumping through hoops left and right. But the bad luck keeps coming. I don't know what. And I want to work my ass off. Well, I'll say this next part for another video. Alright. I'm going to end the video right here. I might make another video in a minute. But because it took so long, I know some of you might need a piss break. So I'm going to give an intermission, end the video right here right now. Review what I said, because I got, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is Don Johnson. Stay tuned. More videos coming shortly. Peace. And stay positive, stay cool-headed, and forgive, and move on.